Hey, greetings. This is week 3 of our Magic Realm game. We have 3 characters left. The White Knight is dead, killed by Power of the Pit, the Swordsman, Sorcerer, and Captain. So as I went over the scores, I realized I had sort of blundered a little bit. And the way that I had blundered was that I did want to. Oh, I'm screwing up my whatchamacallit there. I did want to penalize the captain in his gold total since he sold a bunch of his stuff at the beginning. So my take on the gold is that end of the game, if you don't have your starting equipment or something equivalent to, then we'll count that against you. So the captain, having ditched his sword and shield and helmet, that's like 16 bucks that he's effectively down. What that's going to do is the other thing I want to do is in general, um, you can't score in one of these categories unless you actually are in the positive. So, for instance, the swordsman can't score in gold because he has less than 10 gold total. The captain can't because his final total with his oops, I'm shifting back and forth. I'm saying, getting seasick here. The captain can't score because his final total would be 12 minus the 16, so he's also 0. And the sorcerer has, no hasn't got no one's got any gold. No one's in the positive. So what that's going to do is that's going to reduce those totals to 0, and that's going to put our final totals at a lot closer, I think. So that's about where we're at. Um, so let's take a quick look here at each character and what they can do. That's why, because there's a giant weird essay thing going on there. There we go. There we go. Okay, save that. That's how I intended it to look. Done. Okay. So the swordsman here coming in. So first thing we have to note is that in 2 days we have a storm. If you can be undercover, you are going to score. So it's pretty easy if you can get your ass undercover in 2 days to score some points. But working to stay undercover is going to kill time. You don't necessarily want to be wasting time. Let me get rid of the scores there, and we can look at the board a little bit more effectively. So the swordsman's here. I think he does want to work his way back and kill the ghost again, because you'll note he got Ghost Hunter again. There's nothing to say you can't complete the same objective twice. There are only a few double up objectives in the game. Um, and normally if you got these right together, this Ghost Hunter, one after the other, you'd have to be waiting that week for the garrison ghosts to repop. In this case, they did. So now you can't do the same card at once. You're forced to discard in that case. But I think in this case we'll allow it, and the swordsman will certainly head back to take care of the ghosts. It is a doable fight for him, and if he can be hidden at the beginning, it is a pretty easy one for him. And that's another point. That's going to actually move him up into the lead. Um, Having said that, I do also think that he would love to be in this cave, maybe in cave 6 in the Borderlands in 2 days, because that's going to, if you end your day there, you're going to score because you are out of the storm. So we shall see how that goes. But I do think he's going to head back. So that'll be his first day. Will be maybe 2 hides and 2 back into Borderlands 3. Come on, there we go. So hide, and then a move, and then move, BL3. Done. Um, and let's see if I've specified well or if I need to rewrite that card at some time. Storm is coming. On the day of the storm, any character just finishes day in shelter. So you need to finish your day in shelter. So on a good note, you can take your day. On a bad note, you might be, someone who's already in shelter, you're going to be wasting maybe a whole day of being in shelter potentially. So let's go with that. So that's his move. The sorcerer I feel bad about because I feel I've sort of dumb played the sorcerer the past couple weeks. Certainly, and the sorcerer is one where maybe his strategy shouldn't be to even chase cards. Maybe he should just go and just kill a bunch of natives or something and just score notoriety like he would. He's unfriendly to the soldiers. Maybe that's going to be his next task. Once he pulls this cliff and finishes, maybe he just wanders over here, rests up, gets a bunch of magic back, alerts a chit, goes in. Now, these guys are dicier than the rogues because they're all armored. So it's a little bit of a crappier universe. Now, I don't play with these tournaments, I don't play with watchful natives or anything. So he, definitely there's an advantage to native killers like the sorcerer, the black knight. I typically don't think it's very thematic to just day one team up and nuke the rogues. I don't love that as a thing. I tend to mostly keep to the adventurers attacking natives who are unfriendly to them or enemies to them, or if there's a specific goal. So you know the Amazon wants the bow and the wood folk don't sell it to her after a day or two. Maybe she goes nuts, takes the lancers, kills them. Done that several times. um, but I do hate the vibe of just everybody ganging up and killing the natives because it's too easy in the base game. Um, so so I think the sorcerer is going to make an attempt to get this done. But that does leave him the 2 days. Does he try? So the question is it worth a victory point to effectively try to run back? So, like, two hides, get to here, and then walk, end your day there in Ruin 6, take the victory point, um, and then execute the rest of the plan. And we may certainly do that. Oh god, I just feel like so you're gonna take literally that's 2 days plus. At that point you're probably gonna need to re up your magic. I can't say I'm not a little concerned with where the sorcerer is right now. I mean, we do have a chit we could convert. I'll tell you what we'll do is we'll do one hide. We'll spell X spell and we'll move in to the dragon space. So one hide. We're going to use our extra spell X and a spell. That will get us another purple. Then we will move into, I think is it the Ruin with the dragons? It is. It is Ruin 5. So I think the sorcerer's mid to long term plan is to finish explore the cliff. Then we're going to go and we are going to maybe try to nuke the soldiers once. Maybe try to get a lucky shot, kill 2 or 3. We'll melt into mist again. We'll get out of dodge. Try to steal that at least one notoriety point from the swordsman. And if we can steal one notoriety point from the swordsman, then that gives us 2 points plus 3 because we'll have explored the cliff. Maybe 4 because we're in a we ended our day in the storm. We rode the storm out, and so that's I think the plan. Uh, Captain is still in good shape, even though now he finds himself tied. It's like, ooh, wait, hold on, you changed the rules up on me, man. um, but as you can see, 1, 2, 3. So now here's the problem with the captain. We no longer have our buddies, so we need to be a little bit more careful than we have been as we bolted up here. So if we hide and get here, we can grab this scholar, and our goal is to take him back to the guard. That'll give us lost scholar. We can do the gift exchange at that point. We can maybe get lucky and rehire the guard, especially now that we're not winning gold, because we have essentially negative total. Going more negative is not going to hurt us. So maybe, just maybe, we can get down here. We can score 2 points, 3 points just by getting down here and maybe having, or 2 points, get a weapon, come up here, kill some goblins. We can get a ton of cash. So I think things are looking up. What it does mean, though, is we're not gonna make the storm. That is absolutely the case. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Even if we, bolt it all out, there's just no way to get back in time. So, what does that mean for us? Well, and here's the scary part. The Goblin Siege is out also, as well as the Goblin Bounty. You can score a jackpot worth of points killing that. And that might be a flaw in the cards, that there's, there's many ways to get goblins. So be it. I think what we're going to do is we're going to hide, and then we're going to get to the scholar space here. So regardless of all that talk, we're going to hide once. The guard leaves. Guard is dead, sir. Hide once. We're going to move into the scholar. Scholar, done. Okay. So that is our day 15. I still haven't moved this chat. I keep forgetting to move it. It's our wonderful day there. And we need a monster roll for the day. Let's do it. 4 giants and trolls. There's a lot of giants and trolls off the board there. That could be good for our heroes who just need to get out of Dodge. I think the swordsman will once again just go first. And if I recall, he is hiding twice and getting into the Borderlands with a thought of essentially ending tomorrow in Borderlands 6. So let's do our 2 hides. Nope, that is a fail. Come on. Oh, double fail. And he wanders right in there. And this troll is going to prowl. I don't know that it means much. And I don't know if we got another troll coming. Let's take a look. Is there anything left? Just the vault. Is the vault here? The vault's not here, is it? No. So that's us, and we are a little stuck there. So that is not cool, because that is going to actually put us back a whole day. Because we're going to have to run back to here. Okay, anyway. So next person. The sorcerer. Sorcerer just hides once. And these dice look like they want to roll sixes today. Yo, absolutely. We hide once. We are spell X spelling. So that means flipping that guy. And then we foolishly walk into the damn dragon. So oops. Okay. Well, and does anything else appear? No. That is not let's roll these dice. Oh, the captain is our first successful hide today. And we're going to go not there, but here. And Bones might have pulled something, but not today. So, and the captain actually gets the skull. The scholar he's now the scholar's guide. You don't have to locate them. You just have to end a phase with them, even hidden. So I think we're all fours in here. So let's see. We can easily play a move L3 to get out of dodge. And that's what we're going to do. So a move L3. Oh, wait. Oh, we are unhidden. Oh, that's not cool. Because our boy here cannot run. And we can't fight what we got. We can't run. I mean, we can run. We're going to run. If we were hidden, this is a total non-event. But we are not hidden. So he's not going to be able to get out with us. He's going to die. We are going to lose the 2 notoriety. R7 dies in Trollapalooza? No, just to trolls. That is a -2 to our notoriety score there, which doesn't necessarily kill us, but is a bummer. And the swordsman, though, can get out of dodge. The sorcerer is going to have to blow a melt into mist again to get out of dodge. And that sort of sucks because he was hoping to get that extra chit. Now he can stay there. He's not going to run because he's going to move into there. The problem that you run into now is that this is not the ideal place to be out of purple magic. So I don't love where we're at, but to score that point, we're gonna have to do that. So okay. So first thing is first, what is the swordsman gonna do? The swordsman has to move to 2. He can't move to 2, 3, and 6. Like he is literally that 2 hide failures has cost him he can go to high pass 3 if he wants to score the point. So if he wants to score the event point with the storm, which is going to be the end of today. So that's sort of what everyone has to consider is can they get under shelter, which is any cave, any dwelling, lost castle, lost city, done. So I think his move is into R3, or high pass 3. He's going to assume he can run from almost anything that's going to appear there. And that's what we're going to do. So move, high pass 3. So move, HP 3. And that's our guy's move. I think the sorcerer, I mean, he wants to score also. And I know I don't want to fall behind another point. And I know we have to sort of play the sorcerer a little bit more aggressive than I have. But we're not fighting heavy dragons. That's not a good fight. What is a good but we do want to get the point and not fall behind. So move to ruin 6. Hopefully we won't have to use our last purple to melt into mist for the last time, because that's we do not in a cave. That is just not cool. That is not ideal at all. The other thing he could do, well, but he wants to get under cover too. So I mean that's sort of the um although would melting into mist effectively, be being undercover? That's sort of a weird con, right? We have to think about that. But anyway, he's going to get into the cave and be done there, and then the captain is going to um he can go 1, 2, hide 3. I think ideally he doesn't want to get caught there. I mean, if he's not going to make it, hide 1, 2 probably is probably where we go. So I'm going to hide twice. Hide, hide, move, deep woods 3. I think that's sort of where he's got to go. Slow play it a little bit. Then I can hide, and go 1, 2, and then I can just walk into the guard. Um, so okay, that is it. Let's get a monster roll up for day 16, or is it day 16 or 17? 16, 16. Okay. And it's bats. How I feel about bats, but okay. Swordsman will go first. He'll go 1, 2, and that's not going to draw bats. Stink Haze isn't bat territory, so he has lucked out. The sorcerer is also making a naked move. 1, 2. Now he might have an issue. And I think he does get flutter 2. And that's going to pop bats. Now they're in 2. So they're not right on him. Um, Still, that's less than cool. So there you go. But he is done. And unhidden. And then the captain hides twice with the scholar in tow, and then goes there, and Bones M draws bats. But as you can see, there are no bats left. All the bats went to the sorcerer in the ruin. So, if we look right now, we can say that both the swordsman and the sorcerer have scored on the card with the storm. The storm is done. And the captain, though, has to fatigue. So he will roll a d6. He will have to fatigue that many chits. 2, or that many asterisks. So he will fatigue a fight here and a move here. Now he will definitely need to rest before he gets anything else going. So the storm is over, and now we can sort of resume our normal plans. But man, I am not happy with say where the sorcerer is right now. Where did this chit go? There is a chit here somewhere, and I could not tell you where it ended up. Oh, it's one of these. Oh, it's Patter's here. Okay. Yeah, I don't know how that got here. I don't know. I must have dragged it on with the sorcerer somehow. So our swordsman is heading for Ghost Hunter if he can manage. 1, 2. So, I mean, he can't. Yeah, it's a little bit of a crappy deal for him. Um, ending a day in the cave does not help him tomorrow at all. So what are we gonna do? We gonna hide and move? I mean, you can't move out. You're just gonna have to run back if you do. So hide, move. Gonna have to move to BL2, I suppose. That's all you can do. That's the damn cave. BL2. Sorcerer has one more melt in the mist, so we have to get somewhere. And I think the sorcerer hides and gets to ruins 3. Oh, this is a boring day. Hide, move, ruins 3. Okay. And now the captain has to hide twice again. And then he's going to move to Cursed Valley 2. So the captain hides twice. So it's hide, hide, move, move, Cursed Valley 2. And I think that's it. Oh, we don't want to pillage. We want to scholar. Okay. So we need a monster roll for the day. Now let's actually get a roll because I don't. I feel like I was looking at that. Okay, so let me look away. There we go. 3 goblins. Okay, that's interesting. That could be an issue. Swordsman will go first. He hides. He does. Goes there. Oh, he knowing the monster roll, maybe he would not go first. Eh, wouldn't have mattered. So he's hidden. He gets howls in 4 and 5. And those howls are going to bring these two yutzes right around. So 4 is first. 5 is second. And that is a goblin palooza right there. That is not cool at all. Next is the sorcerer, who also tries to hide because he's sort of caught out a little bit. Nothing appears there. And then our lucky captain here with his 2 rolls, he's going to make it. And then end up here. Not with pillage, but with scholar. And there you go. That's the day. And yeah, I'm not 100% sure what I want to do with the sorcerer. The sorcerer would love to get He would love to get to a valley, but Bad Valley ain't the one. Although he would love to get to Bad Valley and nuke those guys. If he were hidden and ready to roll, he could probably kill the ghost, but he needs more purple magic. He is almost out, and that's actually the danger. Is we've been good at keeping up enough purples to power this little bit of passive thing here. Actually, if the sorcerer could get here first, he could take that away from the swordsman, not scoring points, but at least denying the points to the swordsman for a week, and then use the valley to rest. Um, so, still, I think the swordsman's day is hide and then move into the trolls. That's an easy day. Um, the sorcerer is going to hide and move to cliff 3. Hide, move, cliff 3. And the captain has done exactly what he needed to do. He's just going to move into the guardhouse. So he's going to move to the guard. He's going to I think he's going to execute a trade with the guard. Probably, probably sell the power gauntlets. Just maybe the belt of strength. Don't get me wrong, the belt of strength is wonderful, by the way. So I would like to keep it. The problem is, I think his best roll is $24. So he would need to get $12. I would love to buy a weapon. If he sold the breastplate and the gauntlets, that would be $26. That would put him to 28. He could probably hire the guard again and go on a killing spree with all the goblins. But still not have bought a weapon. Now, if he doesn't sell his thing, the $19 is probably still enough to say buy a mace. And he could probably still kill 3 axe goblins and probably 3 spear goblins at a time. That's not a bad fight for him. It's dangerous. It would be better with all of his armor and such. So let's take a quick look again. So let's execute a single trade. Maybe 2. So this is an extra since he'll be in a dwelling. So that is 2 moves so far. And let's maybe see if we can get a higher. Maybe we get lucky. Who the heck knows, right? So that's him. I think everybody has 18, 18. It is day 18. It's day 18. And I don't think the swordsman actually doesn't have to do a small move. Let's just go check, right? Because he's out. So he can do 3 hides in a move. So let's do that. Okay. And then let's get back. All right. So we are technically unhidden at the start of the day. I don't usually worry about it until I get there. Swordsman will go first. Oh, we need a monster roll. Stop. Okay. Monster roll first. It's like 5. Spiders and imps. We don't have a ton of that left. Oops. Well, it's spiders and imps. Swordsman will still go first. He's going to hide 3 times. That is a success. He goes here. I don't think there's no purple crosses. He's good to go. Sorcerer is next. He succeeds in his hide and goes 1, 2, 3. Now that patter is going to potentially bring something, but there is nothing to bring. It is only the cairn. Oh, and Dank is going to bring something too, but I still think the cairn's the only thing that can. Nope, yeah, we got nothing. You can thank the late White Knight for killing all those spiders, I think. And now it is the captain. The captain simply walks here. So as soon as he walks there, the scholar takes up residence. So the captain's going to score a point for bringing the scholar home. And technically, the scholar actually becomes friendly. Done. So there's the lost scholar. We are going to execute a trade with our buddies here. The guard who still likes us, even though, we've made dubious choices. Let's look at what they have. They have a scroll of nature, map of lost city. Those are two totally pointless treasures for us. I mean, they do have a short sword if we wanted. They have an axe, which I like better than the short sword typically. They have a mace, which I like also better than the short sword. And I like it better than the axe too, even though it's shorter. Having said that, I totally lost track of. I think these are on here and this is on there. Let's go for the axe. So let's roll on that axe. So for $4, let's roll on the axe. We are friendly with these guys. We do not roll one die on trades, only hires. So we're rolling 2 dice. The axe is 4 by default. Big roll. 4. Price times 3. That would be $12. That would. God, do I hate that this thing is going to. Can I lock this? And then there we go. Okay, there you go. There's my. So this should be locked anyway. 4. So we get a $12 axe. Um. Does that help us much? It helps us a little bit. We can overstrength that axe easily, especially with our newly found powers here. It's not much faster than what we had. I do think I will, well, but I can just outright buy the axe. Or I could trade in the power gauntlets and end up with $7. I'm going to take the axe. I don't know if it's a good idea. I think our mental plan here is that we're going to use the axe to go on a goblin killing spree. So we'll keep it all, primarily because that gives us an extra chit. So we're going to take the axe. We're going to have spent 12. So we are totally in the negative. Gold is meaningless to the captain. The captain only values loyalty and honor. I mean, that's okay. I'm going to roll on the higher because I roll a die, and maybe I get a boon of some sort. We are friendly. We rolled it to its price times 2, so we could get them for 24. We'll roll again for giggles. 4. Price times 3. So no dice. We bought the axe though. And that is the plan. So what we are going to do, another thing we're going to do. Ooh, well, good question. He did just look at their thing. I should have planned that the tiniest bit better because I could have done some little bit of cheesy magic. So we scored. We did not do gift exchange though. We could have. We probably should have. Um, the problem with doing gift exchange is some of the fact we'd have had to give up the power gauntlets effectively, and definitely did not want to give up the power gauntlets just yet. We could have got the scroll of nature, sold it for 10 instead of 7. It would have been a 3 gold upgrade for us. Let's not worry about that, and let's just go with what we got for now. Interesting. Okay, so let's take a look at our guys here. Um, God, this little maneuver though is taking the swordsman for flipping ever. Getting past these trolls. Now we got goblins in the hex, and we're gonna have to um slow and roll into here too. So, and our guy's dead. That makes it a little worse. Okay, well, it is what it is. So be it. We're gonna hide, move into Borderlands 6. That's sort of where we're at. Hide, move BL6, and that's where he is on day 19. Um, I think the sorcerer is going to. So I don't often do this. Um, we are going to use our X spell X spell. We're going to enchant the tile. That's going to burn all of our purple, but the cliffs are purple. That gives us Meld into Mist. Meld into Mist allows us to walk the paths without learning. So that's going to allow us to move into. So we'll have used one phase, 2, 3 phases, and then we can just, whatever, we'll stop there. And then tomorrow, 1, 2, and then we can be in the valley. And so what if we can't pick stuff up there? We don't need to. We will be fine. So spell X spell, and then we're going to move to cliff 6. And done-ish. And I think the captain does need to. He's going to take a rest, so he gets an extra phase. Rest, rest, rest. Let's do 4 rests. And I mean, I hate to say it, but that's and hide just in case because you never know. You don't know who's going to show up. Actually, I should have checked before. Does anybody show up at the guardhouse? No. So we will hide just in case, and then we'll rest up, get all of our chits back, and then we're going to go see if we can luck out and kill a few goblins. Because we have a bounty to manage. And killing a goblin is going to score us 2 points. We have a goblin bounty, and we have a goblin siege still ongoing here. Goblin siege, we have to clear all of them. Goblin bounty, we just have to kill anyone. But we do get ears for every goblin we kill. And we could make $30 pretty much off that, which would definitely help our gold situation. So I think resting, sorcerer's good, and we are good there too. So let's get a monster roll up. Four giants and trolls. And swordsman has certainly the most boring move, although he will move actually, and we will. I will always retcon. We move first and then hide, simply because it's the only correct thing to do. We blow it, and that bucket is on top of us. Uh, sure, guys. Could we? Let's not. Ugh, it stinks. We always tend to blow those rolls at the worst time. We are going to rest 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to hide once, just in case. We do. We are hidden. Does anyone come to the no to the chapel? Maybe. Um, and now the sorcerer is going to. We're on 3. So we enchant. We are melted into mist, and then we move there. And it barely matters what we do because we are mist now. So let's fatigue our. There we go. But we're out of magic. So, but we are, as long as this exists, we are missed there. So that is sort of a weird safe hex for us. And that's true. It's funny, the sorcerer probably could do that to not the ruins, but to many of these hexes. Um, it might be a good idea to consider if a hex has nothing good in it. If you're the sorcerer and you're melted, bam, just go enchanting that shit. Leave purple everywhere, and you're not going to miss much. Now, you'd miss a lot if you had a treasure location you couldn't pick up. Like, I wouldn't do the crag, but I would certainly do the cliff, as we just did. That's going to let us move into the valley. It's going to let us rest up and heal up, as it were. I am not super jazzed about the swordsman right now. The swordsman is stuck, and he's got to run out of dodge there. He's got to go that way. Now, he gets 4 turns, and that's cool, but it sucks a little bit. Um, he is never getting there. Like, this is gonna. We're already on day 20. He has literally walked 3 squares. 3 squares. Like, he hasn't made it anywhere. It's been just a mess in the Borderlands. Um, I have not done a good job of getting him actually out. all to score one lousy point. Sometimes that is you know, that does it does play into the difficulty of movement through the game. These cards making you move to various places. As soon as you go through the borderland, you're like, oh, that's 2 days. That's 3 days. In the swordsman's case, that's been the week. Literally a week he has been stuck mucking through the borderlands, and that's not good. Um, and today's no better because he ends up in three, and then he can't go back. He only has. I mean, well, he has 4 phases, but still can't go in. So what's he gonna flip and do? Go out and hide 3 times, I suppose, because he has to get back in there. So his first move is move Borderlands 3, and then he's just got to hide 3 flipping times because he has to go right back in there. The sorcerer, who is going to be purple, not on day 20, but on day 21, he is going to be uber purple. So I think what he wants to do, one, two, three. This is not ideal either. Is not quite ideal. So if he move, and then move into Evil Valley, that's 3 moves already. And so I am going to get him 1 purple chit. Because tomorrow he can't do jack. He is going to just be melted into mist all flippin' day. So that's sort of a wasted day. And I timed that awkwardly. Had I timed it better, I would have been like here or something. Some way I could just but I'm gonna end up here. I'm gonna have 1 purple, but then tomorrow I'm gonna be totally kerfluffled. I'm gonna walk up into here, but I sort of can't. I could do that on my purple day, do this on my non-purple day. I still have to get to here before I execute any badness. Ugh, 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 not ideal at all. Um, so yeah, I'm not super happy with how that worked, but I am going to move into Evil Valley, and I am going to get myself at least 1 chit to work with, and maybe I just burn the day, and then day 22 is a lot of resting, and then we make our move for the last week. Um, so on day 20, the captain is going to hide 3 times. He's got no buddies. So he hides 3 times and moves to the goblins. Gobos. Done. And that is his take. And it barely matters who goes first at this point, simply because. And we're back to bats. And I don't think bats are a huge issue for most of our characters. Swordsman goes here. Swordsman hides. Fails. Succeeds. And he is done. And Flutter would pop something, but there is nothing to pop. Captain hides 3 times with the hopes of being able to get the drop on this little pouch of goblins there. Done. And then the sorcerer moves there. And though I'm usually not a big fan of turning these fast chips into purple, I'm going to do that. And that is day 20. And then day 21, there's purple in every darn clearing. And I'm pretty sure melt into mist, you can do jack all. I think you can move and use the magic site or the goofy pier table. Not super fun. List of spells 246. Let's just make sure. Summoning spells, melt into mist, move, hide, follow. Done. All right. As I suspected, um, we're just gonna sit out. I hate to say it because I do want more time. Well, if I move back up into the mountain, does that give me a day? Pretty much, right? Does that kick me a day? So if I go 1, 2, 3, 4 back to 6, let's do that. Because this is move, 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 cliff 6 done, and we are missed all day, and the captain is hiding and moving into the gobs, and oh wait, did we already do that? Oh yeah, that's day 20. We're writing day 21 when in reality we have to fight. The captain desperately wants to fight. So let's do that first. And this is still day 20. My fault. So we are hidden. So we do start the battle hidden. So that's going to allow us to, we can easily play a chip to ready the axe. Now, the only issue is we cannot guarantee a hit against these goblins. So we're going to target this guy for our um, sneak attack. And if he flips, can we hit him? Yes, were he to flip, we could auto hit him if we played the fight M3. I'm thinking we just slow play it here right now. We're going to go for the off chance that we smack that guy down. And so let's roll to see where he goes. And we're hoping 3 is not going to be it. So he goes here. Does he flip? Oop, no, we got to actually roll the dice. No, he does not flip. And so that round of combat is ended without much ado. So second round, all the goblins have appeared. They are all ready for the captain now. And we're going to deal with that one. We're going to move M4 to make sure we do not get undercut. And we're going to... I mean, in this case, I hate to say it, but again, I think we're slow playing a little bit. With the caveat that we probably do want to fatigue this round just to make sure. So we're going to make sure we fatigue. So nothing super special. They should not be able to undercut us. And actually, well, we want to make sure we're fatiguing, of course. So yes. Okay, whatever that you're doing there, stop it. I do sort of hate this. There's only bad thing about this. I love everything about this setup in Tabletop Simulator. That whomever did this, um, love it. It's great. With the caveat that, man, I wish this area were bigger and were more spread out so I could actually do something with these cards. So okay, we're gonna play this way. We're gonna make sure we fatigue. The worst that could happen is someone is gonna hit me at the same time because I don't think they can't undercut me. Um, so sure, let's roll just like that. 4, everybody stays in exactly the same position. Top box flip. You. Second box flip. Yep. And the third box. No. So, okay. We have to fatigue. I'm going to fatigue a fight H5. And that was round 2, but we have 2 rounds until we have to fatigue. Now, the only problem that I have at the moment is, and this is where the mace would have been better than the axe. And this is why the mace trumps the axe, even though the axe technically does better damage. Because the mace alerted would be a time 3, and that would be an auto kill on this guy. I can't do that without getting undercut by everybody. And I can't be undercut because they would hit this unarmored spot and that would kill the captain. So I have to slow play this, which is a little bit of a bummer. I'm going to have to keep covering my charge ahead. And the only thing that I can do so it's literally I'm just sitting on a 1/3 chance every darn time. And the worst part is the best I can do is hit him at the same time he wounds me. That's it. That's as good as I get. So unfortunately, again, the mace would have been a better buy here. 100%. The axe is great if I were fighting large, tremendous stuff because I could still play this M3 and still maneuver with this M5. And this would actually be, this is a T3 now, so I could be tearing, I mean, not that it matters, but I'd be doing tremendous damage with that. So the axe would be slightly better were I going after slightly bigger game. For these goblins, the mace is the weapon that I would want. So I think what we're going to do is, since the best we can do is tie him, we're just going to go with that. And we're going to hope that guy actually... You know, or do you bet against yourself and go with the guy who's going to damage your crap, or do you go here? I don't know. Oh, and the guy that's lining up with me, by the way, unless he flips, so unless this blue guy flips, nothing happens because these guys are doing L star damage. That hits the armor, which makes it L, which does nothing. So I'm going to go with this. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, covering our move doesn't do anything. right now is the awkward part, right? Um, it largely just ensures that. So this is sort of the ultimate bet. So you would intercept him. He would miss you because you're down here. He would hit you, but be pointless because it would tink off the armor, and he would miss, and you would kill him. So actually, that's the 100% bet, like everything good happening. This is essentially the covering your losses bet, which is he's going to hit you and wound you and damage this armor, and then you will kill him afterward. And frankly, if you had a helmet, you'd be playing your M3 anyway. But anyway, okay. Let's go for the perfect scenario right here. Okay? So let's go for the perfect scenario. And let's see where everybody ends up. A 3. So he stays. These two swap up. Does the top guy flip over? He doesn't. The second guy? He does. It's getting a little dicier. Third guy? Also does. Oh, boy. Boy, oh, boy. Oh, wait. And this is bad because now he is lined up and he flipped. So he damages the breastplate and the captain is wounded. So now all of a sudden, this doesn't look quite as good of a fight. And the reason being is that we are quickly run into a situation. This is not a good fight with the axe. The axe was a bad call. This is bad on me. um, the captain's going to play a move M3 and get out of dodge, and he's going to fatigue and get out of dodge and see if he can't figure out a little. Um, if he hits on any of those a little bit, like it gets a little better as time goes on, and any one of them, you could just play the fight M3, forego, and then you're winning. But right now the captain is there, and he had to get out of dodge. That was not going well. So now let's look at everybody's day 21. Oof. Swordsman hides, move, BL, wherever the hell it is. I have no idea where this is. A 6, right? This is 6. Yes, it's 6. The sorcerer is making the long trek, so he's moving to cliff 6. That's what we have written. Move cliff 6 is on day 21. And the captain, he's going to move to the guardhouse. Rest. So that's 1. Rest. Then we will execute a trade and we'll be done. So that's that. I think everybody has a move. We are done on day 21, and let's see what's going on here. That was not a good fight. I'm a little bummed for the captain. I think I flubbed that a little bit. Okay. But if you've watched any of this, you know I'm not a stranger to flubbing. Shit. So there's my roll. Quick close your eyes. 5, the spider's an imp. Up here ish. And The bash cards at the campfire, if we ever made it to the campfire. Swordsman will go first because, whatever. He hides and gets in there, and nothing appears. So we'll do this captain and then the sorcerer. The captain marches back. He's going to execute a rest and a rest and a third rest. He's going to do his gift exchange. That's going to score him a victory point at least. I think he's going to turn in. And this is probably a dumb thing, but we're going to turn in the belt of strength. So that's we're going to have $16. So that gives us $16. Well, it's going to give us 16 bucks. 16 plus 4 is 20. We might have to go for that damn mace, I think. So we are going to roll. And this is where I, have truly screwed up. We're going to roll on the damn mace. So the mace is $6. Oh, and we did gift exchange, right? Oh, gift exchange. Damn it. And this would be great for the gift exchange, but and I think the gift exchange explicitly says you can take one of their treasures. I wonder if we should. I wonder if we should let him take the thing. Take an item from their stack. Okay, well man. Okay, hold on. Let me go back. This does change my life a little bit here. So we have to give up a treasure. So we can't give the axe up as a for instance. The joy of the power gauntlets versus the belt of strength, as stupid as this is that the power gauntlets give us an effortless H chit, which we can then use to power the mace. And that's usually what you need to do. And then we could move M3 all day and power the mace. Where the belt of strength gives us a T3, man, which we could totally use, and a T3 here. I don't think we're going to get as much out of it as we could. So this is a bad exchange. But I am going to turn this in for the gift exchange, take the mace, and then utilize my trade phase to sell the axe back for $4. And that totally didn't work out. But I think that's actually my best bet. That's going to score us a VP, though, by the way. And it doesn't work out in our favor. It didn't work out in our favor from a making money point of view, which is what sometimes what that's for. We definitely have a better weapon, though, and I think we'll actually be able to handle the goblins now. Um, we're also going to turn in at the end of the day Wolf Tamer, and we're going to draw two more cards and see what the end of the week brings us. Um, and I think has everybody else moved? No, that was just the captain. The sorcerer is next, and the sorcerer, as missed, walks up there. Patter 2 brings, I think, nothing because I think there's nothing to bring. Oh, wait, it is. Hold on. Not true. That's my fault. It is day 21. So as soon as we roll, it is arachnophobia time. Literally every spider returns and the imp returns. And I don't think there's anything actually on the board. And so the swordsman brings nothing. The captain brought nothing. The sorcerer would actually bring both dank and spiders. So, yep. And the nice thing is he doesn't actually care. Like, so we bring two of these in, and he doesn't care. He's missed all day in this hex now. So, oops. Let's lock it again. And he doesn't really care. You can bring all the spiders you want to bring. He's just gonna walk right through them as missed. Woohoo! And that's our week. Necessarily sure I did okay, but so let's actually see um where we actually end up. So the swordsman has 3 points in cards. The sorcerer didn't score. He scored a point, 2 points in cards. And the captain scored actually 2 points in cards. So that was good. Prowess, I think we have essentially still the same tabulation there 2-1. Gold, no one can score because no one has a positive gold total in terms of more than 10. Great treasures and spells, nothing. What we have though is 4 points, 5 points, 2 points. Ugh, the sorcerer's still getting his ass beat. Sorcerers everywhere are bitching at me, 100%. But I swear, we are getting there. We're going to do something. I have not done anything with his spells aside from freaking Melt and Mist. I do feel that sometimes I get into that rut with the sorcerer where I'm like, well, I have this unbridled power to go anywhere and do anything. And then you go everywhere and do nothing. So, um, that's it. Short video, obviously. Oh, and the end of the day, we should change up the quests for our captain here real quick. So he blew Wolf Tamer and got Dead Adventurer, and Gift Exchange became Elven Pathfinder, which is just an NPC. So that's not actually a good thing as far as points go. Right. So I think that's it. Thanks a lot. We will be finishing this super soon. Hopefully, in a couple by the end of the weekend, we'll have finished this. I really have to figure out, since the family's actually coming over. All the kids are coming over tomorrow evening for a giant game of Magic Realm, and I'll be needing these cards. So I might have to actually record the finish of this tonight But in any case, I'll post this one tonight. And that's it. I'll talk to you later. Thank you very much. And we'll go from there.